Well, the Supreme Court also agreed with lawyer Fagbemi San that no matter the pains of PDP on how APC conducted its primary election and nominated its candidate, PDP must remain on. Moving on, the Lamidid Apapa faction of the Labour Party has expressed a strong opposition to the recent decision of the Edo State High Court, which reportedly restored Julius Abure as the substantive national chairman of the party. The National Publicity Secretary of the Apapa faction, Abayomi Arabambi, at a press conference highlighted that a matter concerning the leadership dispute was already pending before the Court of Appeal. Arabambi firmly stated that any lower court should not litigate a case that is under appeal at a higher court, questioning the jurisdiction of the Edo State High Court in this manner.
It is therefore shocking and a surprise, if not for a mockery to our judiciary structure, for a man who has filed an appeal over his suspension, over the restraining order in Abuja Court of Appeal, she goes to Benin and said, and he will here be celebrating a judgment of an high court. The question begging for answer is this: is Edo State High Court, now an appellate court, that will determine a matter that was yet to be determined in the Court of Appeal in Abuja. I felt it is necessary to set this record straight that Abure himself was the one that appealed that judgment of May, the ruling of May 12, where the court sustained the order restraining him and restraining the former National Secretary, restraining the former National Organizing Secretary, that's Clement Ojukwu, and restraining the former National Treasurer. And they have appealed the judgment into the Court of Appeal, which is yet to be heard. He also filed motion for stay of proceeding. He went about last week that Court of Appeal are reinstated in. If Court of Appeal are reinstated in, what is the jubilation about an Edo State High Court that has also now said they are, returning Abure to office? It just mark, some form of responsibility on the part of Abure and his media, cohort. But we are letting the public know that that matter is pending before Court of Appeal in Abuja, and no junior court can adjudicate over any matter before an higher court. I stand not to be corrected on this, that a matter pending before a Court of Appeal cannot be discussed at any lower court again. So therefore, whatever judgment they are celebrating is just a mockery of the judicial sector, to which we are not going to join issue with them. But to at least set the record straight, because of what they have done, our lawyer today filed motion for stay of execution and also filed an appeal in the Court of Appeal, Benin City, so that at least we will not be able to put into proper perspective the kind of judgment that a judge will sit on top of a matter that is pending before Court of Appeal and which is quite aware. But even if my Lord is not aware, with due respect, we are saying it today that, my Lord, that matter is pending before Court of Appeal Abuja, and therefore no junior court can sit over a matter pending before a superior court in our constitution, except otherwise Abure want to manufacture the constitution of Nigeria in line with Abure dynasty from Uromi, Edo State, Federal Republic of Nigeria, which I know it cannot stand the test of time. Thank you, gentlemen of the press, for this opportunity.
The faction's legal counsel, Modi Mawa, also expressed his reaction to the court's decision, stating that the judgment failed to address the pending issues and allegations surrounding Julius Abure. These unresolved matters, according to Mawa, cannot be dismissed or overlooked. Now,
NEC, which is the highest organ of the party, has further suspended him. So his suspension from his ward, which was set aside today, is no longer of any moment, because it now has, just like a person having two issues to cross, or two rivers to cross. He has only succeeded in crossing one. and he's celebrating that he has succeeded in crossing everything. Unfortunately, that is where he is, and that is the reason I said I do not see reason why anybody should be celebrating what transpired in Benin today. There is nothing to celebrate. So I think that is the position. So as it stands today, that judgment has only set aside the suspension by its word. Not the restraining order of FCT High Court. That restraining order still remains. And then the suspension of their suspension by neck still remains. So you can see that the judgment seems not to even make any difference for him. So he still remains suspended and remains restrained.